Saravanan-ji, can you please lead us in the prayer?
Respecting the self. Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyakjyotihi Paratparaha Jyotireva Jyotihi Swayam Jyotihi Atma Jyotihi Shivosmiham. I am the supreme light of awareness, illuminating the outer world of objects, inner world of thoughts, and deep sleep state. I am divine light of the nature of auspiciousness. Shivaswarupi. Guru Vandana. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri, Gurave Namaha. He who guides you on the righteous path is a Guru. When a parent or teacher, or a friend, or an animal, or a bird, or a plant conveys message of righteousness, they embody a Guru. A Guru's knowledge encompasses the creation, maintenance, and transformation at all times. A Guru represents the voice of the Creator himself in showing the righteous path for all beings at all times. Voice of the divine is revealed through the message of the Guru. अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. Guru can guide us to the supreme knowledge of that which pervades all the living and non-living beings in the entire universe, namely Brahman. I salute such a Guru. Respect to Guru Parampara. Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Beginning with Narayana through Adi Shankaracharya, in between and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors. Beginning with Sadashiva through Adi Shankaracharya, in between and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors.
Thank you very much, Saravanan-ji. Hari Om, and welcome to all the divine Atma Jyotis. So, today the plan was to do a couple of things. One was to continue with, I think in the last session, we had discussed till about the Karana Sharira. We could not really get into the Karana Sharira completely. So wanted to hear everyone's understanding of that. So maybe we will give some time for that. Then the other thing was Nididhyasa. So we'll continue the Nididhyasa practice. So we have so far done about 4 of the Antar and 4 of the Bahir Nididhyasa. So there are no more Antar Nididhyasa or Bahir Nididhyasa in the list. So today I chose the 5th in the Antar Nididhyasa practice. So we will directly go into this unless there are some points or any questions that anybody has? Okay, then we will go into the practice directly.
Okay, let us start. My pranams to all Atmajyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's meditation session. Ella Atmajyotigalige Sashtanga Pranamalu. Ee dina dhyanake nimegelarigu swagata. Today we are going to Antar Samadhi. ಇವತ್ತು ಅಂತರ್ ಸಮಾಧಿಯ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಣ. For Antar Samadhi, we take up one shloka from Brahmadnanavali Mala, contemplate. Antar Samadhi, Brahmadnanavali Malada ಒಂದು ಶ್ಲೋಕವನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತರ್ ಸಮಾಧಿ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಣ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, I am chanting, you can repeat. Nityoham Niravadyoham Nirakaroham Achyutaha Paramananda Rupoham Ahameva Ahamavyayaha Nityoham. I am the self who is eternal. Atmaswarupiyaದ ನಾನು ನಿತ್ಯ, ನನಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಸಾವಿಲ್ಲ. I am birthless, deathless. Niravadyoham, I am deathless, ನನಗೆ ಸಾವಿಲ್ಲ. Nirakaroham, I am formless. Achyutaha, I am indestructible. ನನಗೆ ನಾಶ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಪರಮಾನಂದ ರೂಪೋಹಂ, ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಆನಂದ ಸ್ವರೂಪಿ ನಾನು, ಪರಮ ಆನಂದ ಸ್ವರೂಪಿ ನಾನು. I am nature of supreme bliss. ಅಹಮೇವ ಅಹಮವ್ಯಯಃ, I am the self, indestructible and changeless. ಬದಲಾಗದ ಶುದ್ಧ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ನಾನು. These are the words we use for contemplation during Samadhi. Samadhi has 3 stages. Samadhi Abhyasa has 3 stages. Rupanuvit Savikalpa Samadhi, Shabdanuvit Savikalpa Samadhi, and Nirvikalpa Samadhi. ಇದು 3 ಹಂತಗಳು. ರೂಪಾನ್ವಿತ್ ಸವಿಕಲ್ಪ ಸಮಾಧಿ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಹಂತ, ಶಬ್ದಾನ್ವಿತ್ ಸವಿಕಲ್ಪ ಸಮಾಧಿ ಎರಡನೇ ಹಂತ, ಮೂರನೇ ಹಂತ ನಿರ್ವಿಕಲ್ಪ ಸಮಾಧಿ. ಈಗ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಣ. Let us practice. Close your eyes. Rupanvit Savikalpa Samadhi. Rupada ಮೂಲಕ Savikalpa Samadhi. Start observing your breath. ಉಸಿರನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿ. Become aware of your breath. As you become aware of your breath, mind calms down. ಉಸಿರನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿ. ಉಸಿರನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸ್ತಾ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಶಾಂತ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. The breath has 4 components. In breath, pause. Out breath, pause. Observe all this. ಉಸಿರಿಗೆ 4 ಅಂಗಗಳು. ಒಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವ ಉಸಿರು, ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣಕಾಲ ನಿಲ್ಲುವ ಉಸಿರು, ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗುವ ಉಸಿರು, ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣಕಾಲ ನಿಲ್ಲುವ ಉಸಿರು. Observe all the components of breath. Gentle breath, deep breath, slow breath. ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಉಸಿರು, ಆಳವಾಗಿ ಉಸಿರು. Breath is changing. I am the witness. ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ನಾನು. ಬದಲಾಗುತ್ತಿರುವ ಉಸಿರನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ನಾನು. I am the unchanging witness, observing the changes in the breath. Rupanvid Savikalpa Samadhi, where we are focusing on the form of breath. Usidna kade gamanista iddeve. Become aware of the body from head to toe. Each part of the body, observe for the sensation. Scan the body from head to toe for various sensations, pulsations, itching, feeling, inch by inch, slowly, slowly from head to toe. Become observer of the body. I am the witness of the body. ತಲೆಯಿಂದ ಪಾದದವರೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ದೇಹವನ್ನ ಗಮನಿಸಿ, ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮವಾಗಿ ಗಮನಿಸಿ, ಇಂಚು ಇಂಚಾಗಿ ಗಮನಿಸಿ. ತಲೆ, ಮುಖ, ಕುತ್ತಿಗೆ, ಎದೆ ಭಾಗ, ಕೈ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಭಾಗವನ್ನು ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮವಾಗಿ ಸಂವೇದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ನಾನು ಅನ್ನುವ ಅರಿವಿರಲಿ. I am the witness of the body. The body is not me. ದೇಹವನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ನಾನು ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ, ದೇಹ ನಾನಲ್ಲ. I am not the body. I am the witness of the body. I can observe the body. That's why body is separate from me. ದೇಹವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಗಮನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೇಹ ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ. Keep scanning the body from head to toe. ತಲೆಯಿಂದ ಪಾದದವರೆಗೆ ಶರೀರವನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸ್ತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ. Be aware that I am the witness. ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಶರೀರವನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿ. stay as a witness of thoughts, feelings, images. They appear and disappear. I am the unchanging witness. ಭಾವನೆಗಳು, ಯೋಚನೆಗಳು, ಚಿತ್ರಗಳು ಬಂದು ಹೋಗಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿದ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಅರಿವಿರಲಿ. Gently shift your attention to the inner space in the body. ಶರೀರದ ಒಳಗಿರುವ ಅವಕಾಶದ ಕಡೆ ಗಮನ ಹರಿಯಲಿ. Stay as witness. ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಾಗಿರಿ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಶಬ್ದಾನ್ವಿತ್ ಸವಿಕಲ್ಪ ಸಮಾಧಿ. Remember the Brahmagnanavali Mala teachings. Remember your nature and stay as witness. Brahmagnanavali Malaya ಶಬ್ದಗಳನ್ನು ಧರ್ಮ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಾಗಿರಿ. ನಿತ್ಯೋಹಂ I am the eternal. ನಿತ್ಯನು ನಾನು. Stay in the space of the body. Niravadyoham. I am deathless. ಹುಟ್ಟು ಸಾವುಗಳಿಲ್ಲದ ಆತ್ಮ ನಾನು. Nirakaroham. Yaude, I am the formless. I am the formless witness. Sakshiyadamage akara illa. Achyutoham. Sakshiyadanu. Yaude chuti illa. Yaude korati illa. I am blemishless. Paramananda Rupoham. I am of the nature of supreme bliss. Ananda Swarupinanu. Sit silently as pure awareness. Nirvikalpa Samadhi. If thoughts comes, feelings comes, remember your nature as Sakshi. Stay as pure awareness. असतो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमया। ओम शांति शांति शांति। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नानेंबुदु नानल्ला इदेह मन बुद्धि नानल्ला सच्चिदानंदात्मा शिवनानुनानि शिवोहम शिवोहम शिवोहम। I am not the body, mind or intellect. I am pure consciousness. Shivaswarupi. Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam. Gently rub both of your hands. ಎರಡು ಕೈಗಳನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಉಜ್ಜಿ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಶಾಖ ಕೊಡಿ. ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ತೆರೆಯಿರಿ. With that, we are concluding today's meditation session. Anybody has a question?
Hari Om Priya ji.
Hari Om Vijay ji.
Were you able to join in into the?
Yes, I will be able to join. Yeah.
Okay.
At 6:55.
Okay. So today, what we practice is one of the Antar Nididhyasa.
Yes.
Okay. So any question on the practice? How was it, Saravanan-ji?
Yeah, no questions. Yeah, so there was, as we always say, a lot of noises going on, and I felt like the processing was happening, but I was able to continue. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very nice, Saravanan-ji. What about Shubhaji?
Yeah, it was good, sir. In spite of the disturbances, I wasn't getting disturbed at all. In spite of all the noises, so I was able to concentrate and do it. It was not out of force, but it was good. Usually,
easily you were able to bring it back.
Easily, yeah.
Very nice, very nice. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
The shift, as long as it is gradual and is very gentle,
yes,
then it is okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
How about Priya ji?
Same thing, Vijay ji. Because a lot of disturbances will be there. Like at least now I'm able to sit and avoid those. Might be phone calls or doorbell, anything.
Very nice. Okay. And when you consider the, let's say, the breath awareness meditation that we do versus this Nididhyasa practice, what is the difference that you find? So the question, please answer it in two senses. One is in terms of the process, what is the difference you find? Then in terms of the experience of it or the ease of it, what is your current experience? So the question is, let me rephrase the question. So we also have been practicing other meditation techniques, such as breath awareness or sensation awareness. Here, there is a, including that, there is also a particular, let's say, mantra. Here, the Brahmagnanavali mantra that we take up. So, what is the difference between these two in terms of the technique? What do you find? Saravananji?
Yeah, the breath awareness being the more simplistic, but I still find it, it just escapes me. I have tried to follow, even 10 counts of breath, I see that like I'm lost. And again, I try to pull back, right? And yeah, following breath, it kinds of tries to get me to that zone. But it looks like I should try for longer, more frequently. I have to try this. I keep trying. I have to try this. Definitely, yeah. I have not still. Yeah, I just keep wondering, like, like maybe because of the conditioning or the way I have been so far, that like there, like follow, and then like it's boom, I'm gone, I'm somewhere, and then like again I have to pull back, right? So that is on the breath awareness, but with this so the differences in the breath awareness, there is no lead who's taking us, right? While in the Nididhyasa, if you are going by this video or a guided meditation, one is there is a lead. We are just like I see myself being active in terms of what I'm doing, right? Okay. If it's like Antarnididhyasa, like I'm preparing myself, okay, I'm going to go through three stages. I'm going to listen. I'm going to I'm going to contemplate on that, and then sit there. And then even if I get lost, I get lost, and then again I come back saying, okay, again come back to the same contemplation part, right? So there is some active. Actually, it is active for me. It is not like still I have not that nirvikalpa samadhi. Maybe I think like I don't know when it happens. That's how I should put it, right? So that is the Nididhyasa part, right? I'm trying to do it without this guided video, so that like I need to see how I'm naturally sitting, right? Sensation meditation, even that is like nice in the sense like I'm just observing myself and trying to calm and like just settle down, right? Yeah. So I think I feel like sometimes it's like giving different flavor of experience to the mind again. I still feel like I'm dealing everything with the mind, this processing layer. Like I was wondering, like if somebody, like if a guru comes and tells me, hey, you are not this, you are that. Right? It's like at that time I get convinced, or like the mind has taken that. But then later on, again, like it just goes on to do the same things. So like I need to spend more and more and more time to basically make it natural, right? That like I naturally fall and like just be.
Very
Right?
nice.
So I think the flavor is good. The flavor is good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
For Shubhaji?
I want to bring in the best of both. So for the sensation meditation, it helps me in pain wherever it is. If I put my mind on that, the pain subsides. In this case, when I bring the other side, when I bring in the mantra, it helps me to calm down, like nanu nanembudu nanalla. So at the end of the day, it's like there is nothing in my hand, so why worry? So let me focus on the things right now. So that way I try to bring in the best of both and put one meditation for myself. So that calms my mind also, and at the same time my pain is also gone.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
it's like, I don't know if I can mix it up, but I try to do that.
No, if you notice today's meditation,
It's almost similar.
it started with breath awareness, went into sensation awareness.
Yeah.
So the thing is, in the Vedantic meditation, you're also given a mantra. I mean, I just use the word mantra because that is the highest level of jnana. But then the idea is that mantra helps to remove any other unnecessary thought. It is like, when we do the Omkara chanting. When you're doing the Omkara chanting, the mind is filled with only Omkara. But there, the right knowledge may not arise. Because for the time being, when you're chanting Omkara, you feel calm and peaceful. But the right knowledge is not arising, may not arise.
Yeah.
And that is why here, this is a mantra which removes other thoughts,
And
as well as the right knowledge is given.
Yes.
But ultimately, that is not a concept. Okay. Niravadyoham, Nityoham. So these are words. And the human mind, as soon as it hears the words, it brings a concept, brings an image in the mind. Okay, so, what is this Nityoham? So like that, the mind starts getting into some kind of an analysis, some kind of a picture forming. So the Nirvikalpa is realizing that that is the nature of the mind, but you, the one who is watching, again, just gently becoming aware of the watcher. Just gently becoming aware of the watcher. Nothing more. Because just the awareness of the watcher, see, in the breath meditation or in the breath awareness, there are 4 components of the breath. There's an in-breath, there is a pause, there's an out-breath, there is a pause. The in-breath has a very clear rupa associated with it, because you can completely feel the in-breath, you can feel the sensation of the in-breath, you can actively watch it coming in. But that shift, when the out-breath has to happen, the in-between, when there is in-breath is shifting to out-breath, that pause is the Nirvikalpa. Because there is no imagination. There is no concept. There is nothing. Again, as the out-breath begins, the mind gets into some kind of a rupa, the sensation of the out-breath. So as you just gently become aware, nothing to be done. It's not like a tight, rigid process. oh, become aware of the pause, become aware of the, not like that. As it is happening, just naturally just become aware of the pause. That is the gap. Same with the mantra. So as other thoughts come, here the Guru has given us the mantra, Nityoham Niravadyoham. So when some other thought is coming, this mantra replaces all other thoughts at the first level. And like Shubhaji wonderfully put it, it helps you to completely calm down, because the nature of whatever that was happening might have been to create some kind of an anxiety. Oh, that is not done, this is not done, what will happen, this will happen. Nityoham, Niravadyoham. Okay, so it helps to kind of soothe the baby. Okay, now the mind is soothed. And then the mind, the activity of the mind subsides. So that Nirvikalpa is in your experience as this gap. This Nirvikalpa is already there. In all the things are already there in your experience.
It's the background.
It's the background. But when the foreground noise is more, the background is less visible, but it's always there. So this practice is gradually helping us to become aware of it. And as that awareness increases, shifting to that becomes easier. So you can use any of the techniques. Technique is like a pole vault, the stick. How about Priyaji? What is Priyaji's take on this question?
After you are explaining the thing, now I am able to again go back and realize it that Vijayji, what is happening is all this like I will be able to follow the breath and try to visualize, like to understand that I'm just a watcher, calm the mind, let the thoughts come and go. So only I was sticking to this principle. So once you told now, yes, it's there, Nirvikalpa is there, I should watch it now. That process has come. So only what, after reading this Pancha Koshas, so like today, some other kind of thoughts were going in mind when I was doing the meditation. When I was watching the thing, like 5 in different types of 5 layers, I started visualizing. So again, I told my mind to calm down. So each time when and where we were updated, no, so visualizing the body, to separate body and mind, separate that is Nitya and Anitya. Just I'm a watcher of this body. That concept is getting stronger and stronger day by day. That is the thing. More than that, I think it's only by regular practice we'll be able to visualize more. I don't practice regularly with that.
Yeah. No, excellent. See, the one who is watching the breath, in breath, out breath, that watcher disappears during the pause. The out breath or the in breath watcher then appears and says, oh, there was a pause. So during the Nirvikalpa, there is really no experience in the sense that to have an experience, there has to be an experiencer.
Yes.
So the experience, so the pause is where, you can clearly notice it's a deep state of, like the deep sleep state. That pause is like the deep sleep state.
That is the bliss there. Where,
So just gently become aware of it. Nothing to be done. No need to, okay, I want more of it. I want less of it. Why am I not feeling? No questions. Just be with it. And, the mind will learn how to gently shift to that.
Mm.
And that can happen even during any active process also.
Mm.
So during active process, when you're, let's say, dealing with some situation of life,
Mm.
you may not be able to suddenly recall, because you're talking. You may not be able to bring the mantra.
Yes.
But you can be constantly aware of the breath, watching your breath when you're doing whatever you're doing, or when you're talking whatever you're talking.
Mm.
And your breath is a very good indication of how your mind is functioning. As your mind gotten into anxiety, you can clearly notice as your breath pattern is changing.
Mm.
And at that time, just gently become aware. Even while speaking, gently give a pause. Continue. That pause, like the silence, is where, when you start noticing the gaps in the sounds, notice the silence. In the forms of the world, visually, notice the space around. We tune ourselves, our minds, to notice the forms. We look at the people, the faces, the things, and the objects. We tune our ears to listen to the sounds. But now, during any active process, just gently become aware. Now, gently become aware of the silence in between the words. That itself helps you to shift. Or when you're seeing, just instead of seeing the form, just notice the space around the form. So this expands the mind. This, in that moment, expands the mind. Or the pause between the breath. So these are all already there. So the backdrop.
We are recognizing it.
Ah.
We are recognizing it.
Now the active mind is recognizing it. That's the only difference.
Yes.
So the active seeker, the one who is saying, I am experiencing, I am doing, I am talking, I am the role is now recognizing that. It's like after the deep sleep, I wake up and I say, oh, I had a good sleep. Who's saying that? The active role at that moment is saying that. So the role, the Chidabhasa, is recognizing that.
Okay.
So the more I recognize that is already there, it's there. That without that backdrop, nothing else can happen.
Correct.
So I want to bring one image here at this point. Just give me a moment. There is one wonderful Upanishadic image.
Also, Vijayji, I wanted to share with you this experience.
Yeah.
So this time I was in my parents' place. My dad was recovering from the UTI infection.
Yeah.
And he's been going through some or other health issue last few months.
Yeah.
And with COVID not being able to move out, it was causing more of, I felt like, mental stress.
Yeah.
So this time, as I was doing, I asked him to join me for Omkara Dhyanam once. So I sat with him. I told him to follow me.
Yeah.
And like he felt very good. Very, very so good that like he said, like, I will do it every day. Right. And the best part I feel is when you do that Omkara Dhyanam with no time limitation.
Yeah.
Right, you take long sounds of the trying to sit for dhyanam. After that, you can, like, I felt like the nirvikalpa state is much more easier. Like you just ease into that. There is no effort needed, because the Omkara, the first 3-4 phases of A, U, Ma, and Om fills with and fills the entire body mind with that, and it prepares it, and then like you just like ease into that.
Correct.
So that experience or like that is another very effective way I've seen.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yes.
Because ultimately, what is a thought? Nothing but a vibration.
Yes.
So everything is a vibration. And the mantra is another vibration. But the fundamental nature of the mantra is mananat thrayate iti mantraha. That which kind of uplifts us by remembering. So when that mantra comes, all other vibrations subside. So it is easier to slip into that. Correct.
And that anxiety, when you do that, not just for that moment, and for some more time after that, after doing that anxiety is gone. You have slowed down. So he noticed that he was always telling me, like, he says, you are eating very slow.
Yeah.
Like, I see you are eating less.
Yeah.
And like you are doing things very slowly. I said, like, I told him that now I'm focusing, or like I'm enjoying doing than like getting done. Like if I'm eating, I'm just eating. I'm not like, or like I'm not going to the next thing. Right. And like he saw, he noticed this one thing, like when I was peeling this pomegranate, I took a long time. He said, like, how long are you taking? I said, like, I don't see any rush to get it out and move on. Right. So I think these are like the after effects which someone else is seeing. Okay.
Gives you as an input.
Yeah. It's not like I'm realizing and I'm telling you, like, it's like when the others see and tell, like, I thought, like, yeah, that's the kind of changes that has happened.
Yeah. Excellent. So some may even call you Paityakaran.
He told me, like, really, like, you want to do it for so long to feel. Slowly. Right. So so that was I am like a lot of all the classes or like the sessions which we are doing, right? That information was getting exchanged very naturally, right? And I think it helped in the healing process for him as well. So these days, like every day, he sends me message saying, "I did Omkara Dhyana now." That's right. I said, good. So yeah, that slowing down process and like just being in that state and like not thinking about the next, right? I think those are the bigger differences. That's what I was asking that day also, Guruji, right? Like we do meditation for that 45 minutes. What next? right? When he said, you do it daily and you will notice that the effect, the spillover effect of that meditation will be there in the rest of the day. That convinced me or my mind that like, okay, then like go and like you brush the teeth or like take bath daily, just start with this. And so that the rest of the day goes slow. And like people can talk or like something may make you agitated, but like you recover right away because you are in a slowing down process, right? You're breathing slow and you're not rushing, right? So yeah, you're muted.
Excellent. Very nice to hear all of it. So this is the image that I wanted to share. So this is from Mundaka Upanishad. So essentially this shloka, what it says is, on the same tree, the individual soul remains stuck in eating. Okay. But there is another bird which is there, which is simply watching. So this simply is watching. This is the reflected consciousness, which is worried, thinking, wanting to get something done, achieve something. So the process of meditation, you are just generally becoming aware of your true self as the watcher. And generally just allowing yourself to ease into this. The one which is just watching. Because this needs a certain convincing. This needs a certain logic. And that logic is Vedanta. That logic is the mantra. And that logic is Omkara. It uses that as a stick, then allows to just disappear. This needs to disappear. Not means, doesn't mean complete disappearance. It means that this has to become aware that this is just a shifting form. This is the permanent form, not in the form, but in the example of the birds here. This is me. This is the unreal me. So this process is what you are experiencing. So at any point of time, it is possible for you to shift into this, the watcher mode, using any of the tools that, at that point in time becomes or comes to your experience. But like Saravanan rightly put it, it is the practice that creates a samskara. What you start practicing becomes your samskara. And that is what comes in a very natural and, when you say it's very natural to me, some people say, oh, it's very natural to me. I cannot stop talking. I have to continuously have to talk. Because that has been reinforced again and again and again and again. And that has become now a habit that, you're unable to detect how you started. And now that it has become a habit. So we are replacing our habit patterns. We are getting rid of unnecessary and untruthful habit patterns with truthful habit patterns. So that is where the journey is. That is where the effort is. Like the Jivi to the Jnani, the yogi travel path, this is the yogi's path. Like in our last session, for the question that Saravanan asked, there was an answer by Prabhuji, no? So the practice has to therefore happen regularly. Then gradually it becomes a deeply ingrained habit pattern that you'll feel it is very natural. It is natural. Like, for example, if you're so used to drinking coffee or tea in the morning, without that you feel lost. You feel something is missing. And when something goes in, now it feels complete. Like that, it becomes a natural part of your life. All right.
Yeah, it's all anti the society knowledge that is important, saying like you have to be doing something. If you're not doing something, like you are the most boring, or like you are nobody. So and like the nobody is the bad thing. You have to be someone, and like you have to do something, and right, and like you have to be talking. So as a result, like we are getting into this, right? So
Yes,
now we are
so
going to the reversing process where
so the
you don't
anxiety
need
pattern
to
of becoming somebody, in an incomplete state is anxiety. See, that is where the act of doing from the joy of being is no more a burden at all. So being a mother from the complete platform of love and care has no burden. But take care of somebody for next 2 hours. Oh, I have project work, I have to take care. Yo, is a burden. So the burden is not by the activity. Burden is, the realization of the activity. Am I doing this for getting something, or is it an act of offering? There are all the differences. So even Light of the Self has so many ambitions. Ambitions as in so many projects, and each project has to have a goal, and each project has to expand. So now that is not a action out of, oh, we have to achieve it. What happens if we don't achieve it? There are definitely plans. Okay, so last year we were doing maybe 3 study circles. How can we expand? How can there be more and more study circles? How can it expand? There's still a plan, there's still a goal. But now that goal or that plan is no more creating anxiety. Because it is not out of fear of, oh, what will happen if we don't achieve that goal? Like in sales, it happens, no, in offices. 10 lakh, otherwise your job is out. Characteristic. So the fear of not getting there, fear of missing out, they say, no, in the social media.
Yeah, the FOMO.
FOMO. Yeah. So that has to be replaced. The aim, life is wonderful and joyful because you're involved in a particular meaningful activity. See, you cannot be nobody and disappear. If you're nobody, actually, you disappear. There's no role for you in life. As long as I am as a body and mind, I'm present. What all different roles that can be performed? So wonderful to be a father, so wonderful to be a friend, so wonderful to be a toilet cleaner. Every role has something meaningful and wonderful to offer. So you're replacing, I have to be somebody. Okay, I am nobody, but I can be anybody. And how best I can be anybody? That joy of finding out, that joy of being that anybody to the best. Oh, I am able to clean the toilet so nicely. Then somebody else comes and cleans it much better. Oh, I can learn. So it's a life that never is perfect.
Vijayji, sometimes what happens is we feel proud of ourselves also. See, so much of work we do. First, nobody was at home. Like everyone used to go out from 7:45 to 2 o'clock or 2:30. and we used to stay alone. It's now everybody is working at home. One is studying. So one side we need to concentrate. One side we need to cook. Though doing our work also, like what is going in the class, whether my child has written the notes or he's getting updated, whether its camera is on or something, like again doing something for my husband. Sometimes at the end of the day, I feel, though I'm tired today, I feel, but you see, God has given me so much of opportunity to know. So who will get so much of opportunity to do so many kinds of work? That is one thing. So many, see, as you told, if I think that it is a project, it's a burden. If I think it's my work and it's an opportunity to get it done, and it's a pleasure and bliss in that. That is what it happens. I'm after getting the difference in these two, really, I'll be able to enjoy the. Actually, that is the difference in these 2 years. First, everyone used to go out and to do the household work. The maid was there. I was thinking I'm getting so much of time to do this. Now everyone at home, no maid, nothing, and we have to do all kinds of work. Still, we will be able to finish all kinds of work. Where that energy comes,
Yeah.
that's only thing is that only the positive thought in the mind. That is what I am understanding these days.
Excellent. Saravanan, you were about to say something.
Yeah, so that one was that anxiety to finish. The other one is like we are like when I'm doing something, always looking at, should I be doing something better than this? The toilet cleaning things you said, right? When we are doing an activity, it's not necessary like that comparison was what was creating that desire, right? No, we like, yeah, I have to do more. I have to do more, like, or like I can do something better than this, right? So that act, that I think that itself is a knowledge, jnana we are getting in these sessions, that like there is nothing in the materialistic side, like where like you can keep going higher and higher. It is just that like you are in the same plane, just doing some different things. Right? So being at home these days, like, yeah, I sometimes take the vessels and I go and clean. And like I just enjoy doing it. I just keep doing it. There is nothing wrong or like a small job in that, right? I may be attending a
therapeutic.
Yes, exactly. I will go and like look at each and every corner of that vessel, and I see like how things are, like what is the challenge in cleaning that. Right? It's just like, I think, yeah, you start appreciating each and every act you do. If I keep thinking about should I be doing this, like, okay, should I get something else, like should I plan that is what I think triggers unnecessarily lot more thoughts, and you would never get that fulfillment out of doing anything, right? At the end of the day, you do, and then you're not like satisfied, right? And I think that is a shift. That I remember. I always remember Guruji's talk on the tea meditation. Okay, so I keep telling to many people, if you're doing tea, like, just enjoy it. Like, see, like, how's the tea, how's the sugar, how much you're putting, right? So I think that goes into each and every act. Yeah, there is nothing, nothing high, nothing low. Just be with that.
There is one short video of Modi. If all of you have another 5 minutes, is it okay to share?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. On this very topic, he was asked, how do you get energy to do some 20 hours of work, So, really nice.
खबर सत श्री अकाल।
सत श्री अकाल जी।
हमारे श्रद्धेय युवा प्रधानमंत्री जी, आप हम सभी भारतीय युवाओं के लिए एक रोल मॉडल बन चुके हैं। ना केवल भारतीय युवाओं के लिए, आप देश के विभिन्न युवाओं के लिए आप एक रोल मॉडल बन चुके हैं। दिन में 20-20 घंटा काम करना यह कोई छोटी बात नहीं। आप हमें कभी थके हुए नहीं दिखते। मेरा आपसे सवाल यही है कि आपके अंदर इतनी ऊर्जा आती कहां से है? हमें पता है कि आप योगा करते हैं, लेकिन आप हमें यह बताएं कि यह ऊर्जा हम भी अपने लाइफ में यूज करके देश हित के लिए आगे हम यूज करके अपनी देश हित के लिए काम कर सकें, आपकी यह ऊर्जा से।
इसके कई जवाब हो सकते हैं। एक तो जवाब अगर मुझे हंसी खुशी की शाम के रूप में देना है तो मैं ये कह सकता हूं कि मैं पिछले 2 दशक से करीब 20 साल से डेली 1 kg 2 kg गालियां खाता हूं। लेकिन सीधी बात मैं बताता हूं। चलो, एक पुरानी शायद घटना आपने सुनी होगी कि कोई तीर्थ स्थान था एक पर्वतमाला पर, और तराई के अंदर कोई संत महात्मा बैठे थे, और एक 8 साल की बच्ची अपने 3 साल की उम्र के भाई को उठा करके उस पहाड़ी पर चढ़ रही थी। उस संत ने उसको पूछा, अरे बेटे तुझे थकान नहीं लग रही क्या? उस बच्चे ने जवाब दिया, ये तो मेरा भाई है। तो संत ने दोबारा पूछा, अरे तुझे, मैं तुम्हारा कौन रिश्तेदार है नहीं पूछ रहा हूं, मैं तुझे पूछ रहा हूं तुझे थकान नहीं लग रही है, इसको उठा के चल रही हो? तो उस बच्चे ने दोबारा जवाब दिया, वो तो मेरा भाई है। तो संत ने तीसरी बार पूछा, अरे मैं तुझे नहीं पूछा हूं तेरा रिश्तेदार कौन है, मैं पूछ रहा हूं अरे तुझे थकान नहीं लग रही है क्या? तीसरी बार उस बच्चे ने कहा, बाप जी ये मेरा भाई है, भाई का थकान नहीं लगता। मेरे लिए 125 करोड़ देशवासी ये मेरा परिवार है। जिस पल आप अपने जीवन में देख लीजिए, जहां पर आप अपनापन अनुभव करते होंगे, कितने ही थक करके आए होंगे, सोने का मन करता होगा, शरीर साथ नहीं देता होगा, लेकिन टेलीफोन आ जाए कि आपके भतीजे को कुछ हुआ है, अस्पताल है, सारी थकान मिट जाती है, स्कूटर लेकर के आप भागते हैं, रात भर उसकी सेवा में लगे रहते हैं। क्यों? आपका अपना है, थकान मिट जाती है, आप स्वयं जुट जाते हैं। मेरी जिंदगी भी हर पल, शरीर का धर्म करता ही है, लेकिन उसी पल मुझे ध्यान में कोई अपनों के लिए, कभी त्रिपुरा से कोई खबर, कभी केरल से कोई खबर, कभी दिल्ली से कोई खबर, तो फिर मन करता है अरे उठो यार, चलो दौड़ो। तो सबसे बड़ी बात है मन की अवस्था। दूसरी बात है कि हमें भी, क्योंकि मैं चाहूंगा मेरी जिंदगी ऐसी है कि आज तो प्रधानमंत्री हूं तो कोई चाय भी ले आएगा, पानी भी ले आएगा, लेकिन मुझे मालूम है उसके बाद क्या होगा। और इसलिए मैं नहीं चाहता हूं मैं कभी भी किसी पर बोझ बनूं। कि मेरे मन का इच्छा है और परमात्मा मेरी सहायता करे, ऐसे ही हंसते खेलते बातें करते चला जाऊं किसी दिन। जिंदगी में किसी पर बोझ न बनूं, और इसलिए शरीर को जितना फिट रख सकता हूं, शरीर से जितना काम ले सकता हूं, जितने नियमों का पालन कर सकता हूं, जितना भी मैं सीख पाया हूं, उसको मैं जीने का प्रयास करता हूं। और मैं सभी नौजवानों से कहना चाहूंगा कि विरासत में बहुत कुछ मिल सकता है, लेकिन अपने आप को फिट रखना या अपने माँ बाप की विरासत के ऊपर भरोसा नहीं रख सकते, वो आपको अपने आप करना पड़ता है। वो विरासत में आपको ऊंचाई दे सकते हैं, विरासत में चमड़ी का कलर दे सकते हैं, विरासत में बढ़िया आंखें दे सकते हैं, नाक नक्शे दे सकते हैं, लेकिन भीतर की तबीयत तो आपको संभालनी ही होती है। और मेरा अनुभव कहता है कि एक डिटैचमेंट जो होता है वो अपने आप एक बहुत बड़ी ताकत होता है। और दूसरा, नियमों से जिंदगी जीने से आप जिस काम के लिए निकले हो उस काम के लिए अपने आप को योग्य बना सकते हो। हमने जहां है वहां किसी पर बोझ नहीं बनना चाहिए। हो सके उतना हमने जीवन ऐसा जीना चाहिए कि कभी किसी पर बोझ न बने। और
ये फिटनेस मंत्र तो आपने दे ही दिया कि फिटनेस विरासत में नहीं मिलती।
हाँ
ये तो आपने यूज खुद ही करनी पड़ती है।
Hope you liked it.
Yes,
So,
Vijay ji. Super.
all right. So shall we end our today's session?
Yeah.
So Saravanan ji, I'll bring up the prayers.
Right seeking. Om Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead me from untruth to truth, darkness to light, impermanence to permanence. Self is the whole. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, that is complete. This is complete. When completeness is removed from completeness, what remains is complete. When completeness is added to completeness, totality remains complete. Om, peace, peace, peace. Who am I? Nanu, nanenbadu, nanalla, ideha, manabuddhi nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivananu nane, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, mind, intellect. I am pure consciousness, Shiva Swarupi. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy, healthy, and peaceful. Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sarvanji. Hari Om to all of you.
Hari Om, sir. Thank you.
So we'll continue our contemplation in the next session.
In the next session, yeah.
So we'll focus on the 7, 8, and 9. So we'll go into the Karana Sharira related discussions. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Hari
you.
Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.